Welcome to your mindful breathing practice. To begin, just make yourself as comfortable as possible and allow your eyes to close and begin to bring your attention to what kind of sounds you notice in your environment. Just focus on what you're hearing right now. You can hear my voice when I'm speaking, but what else? Are there sounds in the room? Are there noises outside? Are there even sounds inside your body? Your only job right now is to hear whatever you're hearing. You might even notice silence when I'm not speaking. You're simply noticing sound, not really thinking about what you're hearing, just tuning into the sounds around you, spending a few moments hearing stuff, not making any judgments or getting carried away with thoughts about what you're hearing, just hearing stuff. And now you can leave sounds behind, and I'll invite you to move your attention to your body. Just notice your body. Don't think about your body. Just notice it like you're discovering it. Noticing where your body meets the surface of your chair or whatever you're sitting or lying on. Where your hands are resting. Where your feet are resting. Just taking notice of different parts of your body. Noticing your head. Noticing your shoulders, your arms, your belly, your legs, your feet, just noticing the different parts of your body. And while you're doing this, you may find out that you can choose to focus your attention anywhere you'd like. You can even notice parts of your body you wouldn't expect to be able to notice, like your hair. So spend a few more moments just noticing your body without thinking about what you're noticing. Just being aware of your body. And now you can begin to move your focus inward and bring your attention to your own breathing, focusing on the air that's entering and leaving your body without any need to make any changes to your breathing. Just tuning into it, noticing your breath right now. Where do you find your breath? Where are you aware of it? Do you notice it in your nose or in your stomach or maybe in your chest? You don't have to slow your breathing or speed it up or deepen it or change it in any way. All you have to do is notice your breath and be with it as it occurs. Because your breath is your anchor to the present moment, to the here and now. Now this may actually be difficult to do at first, so if it is, I'm going to suggest that you help yourself stay connected to your breath by quietly saying something to yourself along the lines of breathing in to yourself as you inhale and breathing out to yourself as you exhale. Talking to yourself in this way can help you focus your mind on your breath. Just breathing in and breathing out with no need to evaluate, to judge, to change, to relax, or to do anything except for notice your breath. And you know what? As you sit there intending to focus on your breath, you'll probably find yourself distracted. This is normal. Thinking, worrying, planning, judging, or focusing on a physical sensation or a sound in your environment. All of that is okay. It's completely normal. In fact, the purpose of this practice is to notice yourself when you have become distracted, and then gently, without judgment, that's important, without judgment, return your attention to your breath. You can do it right now. Just bring your attention back to your breath. Noticing the rhythm of your breathing, the inhalations and the exhalations, and maybe even noticing the pause between the inhalations and exhalations. And if you find yourself distracted again, that's okay. Just bring your attention back to your breath again. It's there. Remember, your mind is like an untrained puppy. It's all over the place. And you can gently work to bring it back home, to your breath as a home base. Just keep returning your wandering mind to your breath. following your breath as if you're riding along on waves of breathing, noticing where your breath settles in your body, noticing air flowing through your body, just observing. And you may once again be distracted by thoughts. And if so, you can say to yourself, oh, there I am, thinking. Just noticing it, noticing what distracted you, and simply return to your breath. Or you may notice that your mind is just wandering, and instead of following your wandering mind, you can return your attention to your breath. Remember, your purpose is not to become free of distractions. Distractions happen. Thoughts, feelings, sensations, they all happen. But your purpose is to strengthen your ability to notice these as distractions, whatever form they take, physical or mental, external or internal, emotional or rational. And when you notice those distractions, just see them for what they are, sensations, thoughts, or distractions, and without evaluation, without locking onto them or being swept away by them, gently return your attention to your breath. Your breath will always be there. And even if you spent most of the time of this practice distracted, and even if you were swept away by your inner experience, you can still bring your attention to your breath right now, wherever you find it. And by doing so, you'll have strengthened your capacity for mindfulness. You can't do this practice wrong. Whatever you experience, that's what you experience. You note it, and you just say to yourself, oh, that's me thinking, or that's me worrying, or that's me paying attention to a sensation, and then return your attention to your breath. Whether you catch yourself distracted once or 1,000 times, it's okay. Your breath is always there. And anytime you notice, you could bring your attention back to it. It's like an anchor to bring you back to the present moment. And even if you found yourself caught up in thinking about something really important, like a big problem, you can still choose that at this particular moment in time, you're going to focus your attention on your breath. You can think about that problem or situation later, at a time when you choose to deal with it. And by doing this, by choosing to return your focus to your breath rather than being swept away by whatever is distracting you, this important situation, by doing this at this moment in time, you put yourself, not your situation, in control of your life. Each time you choose where you focus your attention, you put yourself in control. You take the power away from the problem. You don't allow thoughts about the problem to sweep you away. Anytime you need relief from problems or disturbing moods, thoughts, or sensations, you can bring your attention back to your breath, your anchor. If you don't hook on to those thoughts or sensations or emotions, they'll always pass like stormy weather. You give them strength when you follow them. But each time you return your focus to your breath, you strengthen yourself. And now, as this exercise begins to draw to a close, you should know that with continued practice, you're still going to find yourself thinking, distracted, and experiencing sensations that rarely stop for more than a few moments. That's the nature of being human. But you'll develop a better capacity to notice these experiences and to be an observer of them rather than being controlled by them. And you may find over time an increase in your capacity to be present and attentive in your life, and to be less controlled by thoughts, sensations, emotions, and troubles, and better able to savor the simple pleasures of everyday living. Let's take one final minute of quietly noticing your breath, and I'll let you know when this practice will draw to a close. I'm going to ring a bell to close this practice in just a few moments, and I invite you to complete this practice today by just listening to the sound of the bell, paying attention to it mindfully, until you can't hear the sound of it anymore.